Hello learners, I'm Akash. I completed my BTech from NIT Rourkela in the year 2020. Currently, I'm a mathematics teacher. Now let us see how to solve this given question. Here, we have to show that the condition for the orthogonality of the curves ax square plus by square equal to 1, and the condition for the orthogonality of these two curves is this. Okay, let me brief you a little on what is this orthogonality of curves. Take any two curves. Okay, let's say this is my curve 1, something like this, and this is my uh, curve 2. Let me take a circle. Okay, something like this. Now when we say that the curves are orthogonal, I mean, like, the curves intersect each other orthogonally. What does it mean is, at the point of intersection, these are the points of intersection for the circle and the curve which I drew. At the point of intersection, if you draw tangents to, sir, let's say the tangent, okay, let me use colors so that it makes things clear. Okay, for the circle, the tangent I'm taking green color. Okay, like this. And so this green line is nothing but tangent to the circle at the point of intersection of the two curves. And next, uh, let me take blue. Blue is the point. You know, right, what is a tangent? Tangent means it should meet the curve at only one point. You see, this green line is touching the circle at only one point, and this blue line is touching this extra curve, the second curve, the first curve which I drew. It is touching the curve at one point. Okay, fine. Our curve, this curve, fine. Let me mark it as C1 and C2. C1 is my first curve and C2 is circle. Fine. Now when we say that these two intersect orthogonally, it means that at the point of intersection, the angle between the tangents is 90 degrees. Okay, the angle between the tangents is 90 degrees. That means what? Slope of tangent 1 into slope of tangent 2 is minus 1. M1 M2 equal to minus 1. You must have studied, right, in straight lines. Whenever two lines are perpendicular, then M1 into M2 equal to minus 1. Fine. Now what they are asking in this question is, show that the condition for the orthogonality of the curves is this. That means what? If they are orthogonal, this is the condition I should get. If they are orthogonal, this is the condition I should get, and if this is the condition given, then that means that the curves are orthogonal. Fine. Now let me take the first case. If the curves are orthogonal, I have to show that this is valid. Like, this is what I'll get: 1 by a minus 1 by b equal to 1 by 1 minus 1 by b. ఇంకోసారి చెప్తున్నాను, ఒకవేళ ఇవి రెండు కర్వ్స్ ఆర్థోగోనల్ ఇంటర్సెక్ట్ అయితే మనం ఇది ప్రూవ్ చేయాలి. ఓకే, సింపుల్ వర్డ్స్. ఫైన్. I hope I didn't bore you up till now explaining what is what and how it happens. Now let's get started. These are the two curves. Now, orthogonality means basically we'll find out the slope of tangents at the point of intersection, right? So first I'll be using, okay, let me get started. You'll get better clarity instead of me telling. Let the curves meet at px1 comma y1. Okay, as I already mentioned in my previous example, the curves where they will meet at the point of intersection, we'll find out slopes of tangents. So first I should know the point of intersection, right? So that point of intersection I'm taking it as x1 comma y1. Okay, now next, now since these two curves intersect at x1 comma y1, that means what? This point lies on both the curves. The two curves intersect at x1 comma y1. That means this point will satisfy equation 1 and equation 2. Since px1 comma y1 lies on both the curves. For example, you see here, point of intersection of c1 and c2, this will satisfy the c1 also and c2 also. Now next, this is the first one. X1 comma y1 will satisfy the first equation. So in place of x and y, you can put x1 and y1. So ax1 square plus by1 square is equal to 1. This means that ax1 square plus by1 square minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, now next, x1 comma y1 lies on the second curve also, a1 x square plus b1 y square equal to 1. So I'll get a1 x1 square plus b1 y1 square equal to 1. So a1 x1 square plus b1 y1 square minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, So take it as equation 2. Take the first one as equation 1 and take the second one as equation 2. Now listen carefully. Listen carefully. Now I need to find out x. I'm going to use cross multiplication rule. Now I'm going to use cross multiplication rule. You know, right? Let's say you have two linear equations. If let's say you have two linear equations, 2x minus 3y plus 4 equal to 0 and x plus y plus 1 equal to 0. If you are given two linear equations like this, then you use the method of cross multiplication, right? Like x and y and 1. In this case, my y coefficient is minus 3, minus 3, 4, 2, minus 3, minus 3, 4, 2, minus 3, and here 1, 1, 1, 1. So 1, 1, 1, 1. If you see, in place of x and y, in a linear equation we have x and y, but here I have x1 square and y1 square. Listen carefully, here I have x1 square and y1 square. Okay. Now next. So I'm going to use the solve 1 and 2 by cross multiplication rule. If I'll do it, this is my first equation, this is my second equation. X1 square, y1 square, 1. Now listen carefully. Always we will start with y1 square, this one's coefficient. Okay, y1 square coefficient. What is the coefficient of y1 square? It is b. So b minus 1, again come to the beginning, a, b. For the second equation, b1 minus 1, a1 and b1. Now x1 square divided by b into minus 1 is minus b, minus of b1 into minus 1 minus b. Listen carefully. X1 square divided by b into minus 1 is minus b, minus this minus is there, minus b1 into minus 1, again minus b1. Okay. Now next I'll get y1 square by minus a1 minus of minus a, 1 by ab1 minus a1b. Don't forget to put equal to. Now simplify this. Minus b minus of minus b1 is plus b1, and y1 square by minus a1 plus a equal to, that's ab1 minus ab. Okay. So this one will be, see, this one will be minus b plus b1, right? So b1 minus b, x1 square by b1 minus b is equal to y1 square by a minus a1 equal to 1 by ab1 minus a1b. Now consider this. This is, there are three things, right? You only consider the first two. Consider this much. Okay. Consider this. We'll consider x1 square by b1 minus b equal to y1 square by a minus a1. Now send y1 square here and send b1 minus b here. So x1 square by y1 square equal to b1 minus b by a minus a1. Take it as equation 3. I'm going to use it, but later. Okay, but later. Okay. Now up till here was something like you could consider part 1 of the video. Now again we'll go into part 2. But seriously guys, sometimes we feel, right, like we study so much, there is so much to study and we have to do a lot. Even after doing a lot, still there is a lot to study. It is a never ending process. Well, life is, we have to struggle. We need to struggle in life, otherwise how can we grow? Not everyone gets everything they want. We have to struggle. Okay, let's come back to studies. So this is something I got. Okay, x1 square by y1 square is got. Now next, I already told you, right, the curves intersect orthogonally. Now what does it mean? Slope of tangent to the curve 1 into slope of tangent to the curve 2 at the point x1 comma y1 will be minus 1. I told, right, m1 into m2 is minus 1. Okay, I'll tell you. See, this is the first curve, this is the second curve. What is slope of tangent? Slope of tangent is dy by dx. Slope of tangent to a curve is given by dy by dx. So I need to find out dy by dx. For that, differentiate both sides with respect to x. Okay. So derivative of ax square plus derivative of by square is derivative of 1. Here also derivative of a1x square plus derivative of b1y square equal to derivative of 1. Derivative of x square is 2x. A is a constant. Derivative of x square is 2x. So a into 2x, 2ax plus 2by dy by dx. Listen carefully. As per chain rule, I'll get a dy by dx. B is a constant. Derivative of y square is nothing but 2y into dy by dx. Why? Because I'm differentiating with respect to x and I have a y here. Okay. Chain rule. Here also 2a1x plus 2b1y dy by dx equal to 0. Next. Now dy by dx will be nothing but minus 2ax, send this 2ax here, 2by dy by dx equal to minus 2ax. So 2 dy by dx will be nothing but minus 2ax by 2by. 2 minus 2 cancel, so I'll get oh, I made a mistake here. I'm sorry. Here minus will not come. Here minus will not come. Okay. Because see, I'll show you. 2by dy by dx will be minus 2ax. So dy by dx will be nothing but minus 2ax by 2by. So 2 cancel, minus ax by by. Here also minus will not come. Well, sorry for such mistakes. So this is minus 2a1x by 2b1y, 2 cancel, minus a1x by b1y. Now this is slope of tangent in general to the curve. Now we need at the point P, slope of tangent at the point P is given by m1, okay, is given by m1 equal to, I'm taking the slope here as m1, m1 is dy by dx at x1 comma y1. That means in place of x and y put x1 comma y1, so minus ax1 by by1, and here minus a1 m2 is nothing but dy by dx at x1 comma y1 minus a1 x1 by b1 y1. See guys, if you will write it like this, how I wrote, like in 2 lines, it looks really neat. You can impress the examiner by your presentation, by how you present. Okay, it looks so neat, right? See, both the derivatives are there side by side. M1 is here, M2 is here. It looks so neat. Now I already mentioned, since the tangents are perpendicular, I told right at the beginning of the video. If you forgot, just go to the beginning and see that tangents are perpendicular. That means what, m1 into m2 is minus 1. Since the curves intersect orthogonally, tangents are perpendicular. m1 into m2 is minus 1. m1 is this minus ax1 by b1 and m2 is this. Now substitute minus into minus is plus, and a1 x1 into x1 is x1 square, so a1 x1 square by b1 y1 square equal to minus 1. Now after this keep x1 square by y1 square here, send bb1 will be minus bb1 by aa1, okay, minus bb1 by aa1, okay. Now take it as equation 4, okay. Now if you guys remember, if you'll just look at equation 3, okay, if you'll just look at equation 3, x1 square by y1 square is this, b1 minus b by a minus a1. Now again in another case I got x1 square by y1 square is this. Now equating from 3 and 4, what I'll get is that that one's RHS and this one's RHS. If you'll equate, this is what I'll get, b1 minus b by a minus a1 is minus bb1 by aa1, okay. Now send minus bb1 here, a minus a1 here. Now minus, take it to the numerator, multiply. So this, see what exactly this will become is this minus, if you'll take it up, so what I'll get is minus of b1 minus b. What is minus of b1 minus c? Minus b1 plus b, so b minus b1. So this one is going to be b minus b1 by bb1 is equal to a minus a1 by aa1. Now split it. This can be written as b by bb1 minus b1 by bb1 is nothing but a by aa1 minus a1 by aa1. B cancel, b1 cancel. So 1 by b1 minus 1 by b is nothing but 1 by a1 minus 1 by a. Now send a to the LHS and send 1 by b1 to the RHS. So 1 by a minus 1 by b is 1 by a1 minus 1 by b1. That's it. This is what they asked us to show and we showed it, right? Like the condition for the orthogonality of the curves is this. That means what, when the curves are orthogonal, this is the condition that we should get, and we got it. Hope you understood up till now. In between the video I was talking about life, right? Yeah, sometimes things go as you want, sometimes things don't go as you want. So we should learn to be equanimous. Like in Bhagavad Gita I read this word, equanimity is needed. That means you are equal when something good happens, also you are equal, I mean you are the same when something bad happens also. But it is very difficult, trust me. Whenever something good happens in our life, we just jump up and we enjoy, bale bale, like that. We enjoy, and when something bad happens, like we get we feel down, and we may not be able to work, so we may not be able to study. So life is a mixture of up and down. But still, what Lord Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita is to be equanimous. If you are equanimous, if you are the same, if it doesn't mean you do not get affected. You accept the situations and keep moving forward. Okay. In one sense, you don't get affected much. Fine, you can explore it, but one thing I can tell you, if you can learn to control your emotions, trust me, at your age, since you are a student now, you get emotional. Like whenever something good happens, you get too excited. Whenever something bad happens, you get too much affected by it. So learn to handle both. Fine. On that note, in case you like this video, please hit the like button. It will encourage me to make many more of such videos. And if this is your first time coming across to my channel, please do subscribe to it. Thank you.